Hi, and welcome to Stories and Spoilers, the podcast. My name is Alyssa. I am your host. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I am beyond excited. I have a little bit of a haul. I went to this event called Saints and Sinners Signing here in Florida with my friend Calissa from Busy Reading Romantasy. She invited me, and I'm so grateful. So, Calissa, if you were listening, thank you so much. I had a wonderful time. But while attending this event, I got lots of amazing books. I got some cute bookish elements like candles, a really cute cup. So you know your girl has to show you all the things. So first things first, I just want to do a quick check-in. I hope you're doing well. If you're listening to this episode, I hope that you get a cozy drink, cuddle up with your favorite cozy book, maybe a candle lit, and let's enjoy this episode together, okay? And I really hope that your week went well. When this comes out, it'll be on a Friday, so that means that your weekend's right around the corner. So that's always good news. Okay, first things first, I do want to shout out the amazing company that I got this cup from. I believe they were women owned, and it was like the girl was telling me that it was handmade. What I also really liked about this cup was that I'm a very like textile person. This is from Wanderlust Book Boutique. For my listeners out there who are not using the visual element, this cup is like an iridescent lavender color with a little book on the front, and it says Midnight Reading Book Club, which is perfect because I have a black cat named Midnight. I love to read at night. So this cup is actually perfect as a little haul. It is metal. It'll keep my drinks cold, and I'm a big iced coffee girl. So this is going to be wonderful while reading. So this is from Wanderlust Book Boutique, and it was established in 2023. So pretty new company, but amazing cup. So I'm very excited to use this. There was another company that I saw there that also, this is not an ad, by the way. I just loved these businesses at this event, but this company was called Crafty Creations, and they had bookish candles. This is dark romance, blackberry, champagne, lime, and raspberry. So cute. All of the candles had like themes, so like contemporary romance. She had a sale for like 5 candles for 25. So my friend and I split it. She threw in an extra candle there, so that was super sweet. I've been burning these while I read, and they just set the tone. You know, a little candle, a little tea, maybe coffee if you're into it. Great vibes. Another scent I got was contemporary reads. This is brandy, pear, cinnamon, and apple cider. So super cute. Very happy I got these candles. And the last candle that I got is Book Boyfriend. Even though I'm a lesbian, I love this smell, okay? This is bourbon, peppercorn, leather, and wood. Oh, it smells like autumn. It smells like a very sexy autumn, you know, a pile of leaves with like a leather jacket thrown on top of it. Okay, let's hop into some of the books that I got. A lot of these books are from independent authors, which I absolutely love to support. And let me know in the comments which book you would like to see a full-blown review for. I can do reviews on any of these books or all of them. So just let me know. And here we go. Let's hop into the first one. I got two special editions, and they're hardcover and they're beautiful sprayed edges. They're very dark. They're dark romances, so I'm excited to read them. One of the books, I remember I read half on Kindle Unlimited, and then I think I stopped because like life got in the way. But I do remember really enjoying it, and both are sapphic and both are dark romance, which are 100% my vibe. The first book is Burning Heaven. This cover is dark. It has hues of green, pink. It also has sprayed edges that have bullet points and like little stars. And it looks like it has like true crime photos as well as like, it's just edgy, you know? The back says, there will never be anyone else that can hold a light to her, not even a flicker. This is by Haydn Hubbard, and I cannot wait to read this. The description on Goodreads, I'm gonna read it to y'all because I'm going in blind. I'm very excited to read it because I've been looking for more dark romances, especially as we get closer to spring and summer. I don't know. I was just getting the vibe for like a thriller or a dark romance or a paranormal romance or a small town romance with dark elements. I'm here for it. So the description is Addie has a stalker, and not one of those hot ones from the romance novels, a real, murderous, and probably not so jewelry stalker. So when her best friend pushes her towards a private security company, how could she say no? Especially when the owner of the company has dark hair, tattoos, and oh no. Natalia has an obsession, a lethal obsession in the form of blue eyes and freckles. Her line of work is dangerous, both her day job and her double job. She hides bullet wounds under finely pressed suits as she uses her security company as a cover for the less than savory work she does for the mafia. When Audie wait, sorry, when Audie, when Addie bursts into her life with a stalker whose modus operandi matches that of a serial killer she's been searching for, it's all too easy of an excuse to fall for her deadly obsession. This is the 306 pages. I absolutely cannot wait to read this book. Also, I just feel really, really grateful because the company that I ended up getting this from at Saints and Sinners is also women owned. So that's really exciting. I'll tag them and this book in the show notes below, along with all the books that I mentioned. But yeah, they were really, really cool. They had an entire table full of like special editions I had never seen before. So for the girlies out there who are collecting special editions, those are definitely for you. The next book that I got was special edition is Vibe. This is by Liza James. The back says, Butterflies and wildflowers evolved from darkness into something transcendent, electric, powerful, and capable. Ooh, I remember a little bit of this book. This is the one I started and I didn't finish, but I remember really enjoying. The cover is this like neon popcorn candy, like bright pink with a camera and this iridescent title that says Vibe. It is absolutely gorgeous. The sprayed edges are this like neon candy pink and they're super, super beautiful. The Goodreads description of Vibe, which just to give you a vibe of the kind of the elements of this book, it is book one of the Pandora's Box series. And I remember really, really enjoying this. I'm excited to do a full reread because I remember only went halfway through. And the description says, Aurora, this wasn't the life I was meant to live. No, I should be working on solidifying my ladder of ascension, no matter what the cost or what I had to give up, no matter what they made me do. Their little wildflower, that's who I am, quiet, meek, gullible, until I met the one person who changed it all and became something more. She is my filthiest secret, and one I intend on taking to the grave. Ooh. Ruby. Another night at the club I work at, Pandora's Box. Another dance, another tease, another round of shots, and callously thrown dollar bills. Until the energy that shifted in one moment became the only thing that mattered. Because she changed everything, claiming my attention and making it hers. My dangerous little mistake. My favorite enticing regret. My vibe girl. This book does have some really dark elements, like the other one, and the author does give a bit of a trigger warning, which I really appreciate. And it's on Goodreads, and it says this book confronts several issues that can be potential triggers. It also contains sexual scenes written in explicit details. It's incredibly dark, so please be aware when stepping into this world. The description of the club is definitely giving me a little bit of Club Petal from Don't Forget Me, which I really enjoyed. That's by Eden Emery. I loved that book for a dark, sexy BDSM, also like strip club element where like you're in this sexy setting, but the allure and the yearning is very present throughout every page. Whenever I get a vibe like that, I need it. And I also really enjoy when we have two characters who are drawn to each other, but there are issues they have to confront and discuss together. I enjoy that. So, very excited to read these two books. Two separate authors, but definitely the dark sapphic romance vibes that I've been looking for. Next, I had a blast meeting this author. I hope I get to interview her very soon. I got two books. I will say this, she was describing how each book had a different kink, and that's very, very fun. So I'm excited to read these two. This one is Master. This is from Men of the Club, and this is from J.L. Quick. So the back of this one, and this is the cover, it's got a man and he's kissing the thigh of a woman and it's faceless. I know covers for some people can be touch and go, but for me, I thought this was very alluring. Her table setup was gorgeous and the author was super funny and nice. So we love that. This is part of a series. I picked these two books. They're not book one and book two. I like to hop around a little bit, and I'm excited to go into this blind. I love a good, sexy romance. Okay, this one is I Will Hurt You, but I Will Never Harm You. Sasha. Pushed into the BDSM scene, passed and shared between dominants like property, I have found myself with the cruelest of them all, using me for show at a club. His sadistic torture nearly breaks me. The only thing that keeps him from taking my life is the help of a stranger, Liam Evans, broken, afraid, and not knowing a life without him. I seek out the only man to have ever shown me kindness, never expecting that he would become my master. Liam. I have always had a type, strong, independent, and well trained, submissives with an indulgence for a rough hand. Yet when battered and bruised, Sasha is thrust into my life. I can't deny my need to protect her. She hesitantly agrees to a contract, 6 months for me to teach her that this lifestyle is far from enduring pain to please her master. After flourishing as my student, she becomes the greatest submissive I've ever had, the one I don't think I can ever let go. So this is Master. I cannot wait to read this. JL Quick, I hope that I get to interview you very soon because this sounds very interesting. Also, of course, these two books do touch into BDSM. That's not for everyone, but for dark romance lovers like me, this entire event, Saints and Sinners, was about dark romance and romantasy and fun, spicy books. Okay, so it was super, super great, and I cannot wait to read this. Maybe I'll do like a mini non-spoiler episode. Another book that's part of the series is Primal by J.L. Quick. This follows another brother in the series. So I believe all the books in the series are related to a group of brothers and their love interests, which I do love a series that has characters who know each other. It reminds me a lot of Fallen Then, and I absolutely adore it. Okay, so Primal is about if this is a sin, then hell will be my heaven. Caitlin. My entire life, I've been shy, church going, virginal good girl. Doing the right thing has always been easy until I met Finnegan Evans with his sinful good looks and charm. Every warning I get about staying from him and his family only makes me more intrigued. He's everything I shouldn't want, but can't stop thinking about and getting on my knees for a different type of God. Ooh, okay. You know what this is kind of reminding me of? It's giving me similar vibes as I don't know if it's Penelope Douglas. I don't know. I don't remember which author it was, but I know that one of my favorite podcasters who did an episode about it. I think it was Smut Up and Listen, and they did an episode about like a priest, and it was very spicy. So I wonder if this is similar. Okay, because I remember enjoying that book. I don't remember the author, but I do remember the vibes. Okay, continuing. Finnegan. Violence, crime, and disposable women are how I live my frivolous life. A new woman every night, and no one ever saying no to me. Except Caitlin O'Flattery. She's pure and innocent, a good girl who's immune to my charm. It only makes me want her more. I am too hellish for her, and I should walk away, but more than anything, I want to make her my good girl. And this is Primal. I will say, obviously the title does give a little bit away. I loved this book. Called Pen Pal by J.T. Gissinger, and that had primal play and it had a little bit of chasing. So I cannot wait to read this book if it even has a little bit of that. And I do remember the author mentioned, because I mentioned I was looking for that and I vibe with that energy, and she mentioned loving this one. So I'm very excited to read this. So thank you so much, JT Quick, because I got to meet her and I'm very excited to read these recommendations. Okay, next. These there were a few books that I got from this author. She was one of the few authors there who had sapphic books, so I'm very grateful and excited to read this. Oh my gosh, you know what? I just realized I missed two books from JT Quick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go back because I missed two books from JT Quick. I got like four books from her, so I missed two. So these two are straight romances, yes, but I remember hearing her talk about them and they sounded so good. Okay, so this is Family Ties. I think this is a mafia romance. For the readers who know, I love me a mafia romance. It's been a minute since I read one, so I think it's time. Okay, I hear me out. I think this is a mafia romance. I think. Riddled with anxiety that he won't be accepted of her past or where she comes from, Abigail travels to Adeline Cove with her fiance to meet Grant Gayer, her future father-in-law. She has no idea that the secret her fiance is hiding or just how accepting of her his father will be. Unknowingly walking into the devil's lair, Abigail is about to be thrust into a world of depravity she didn't know existed. Will she become yet another secret buried in this small town? Or will she find salvation in the darkness she didn't know existed inside of her? This will never be a fairy tale, kitten. Ooh, I remember this one. I think the author was telling me that this has secret societies and sexiness. Okay, Family Ties by JT Quick or JL Quick. I cannot wait to read this. Oh my gosh. And then my last mention from JL Quick is Dark Devils. Okay. This is, I think, another part of that series. Living in the quaint small town of Adeline Cove, it was expected that Grant, Edmund, Elizabeth, William, and Samuel would befriend each other. What they didn't expect was their experience extreme wealth, questionable pasts, common interests, and drawing them closer together. No one knew how savagely deprived and carnal their shared desires truly were. One fateful night of sinful indulgences would seal their bond, releasing an evil in them they didn't even know was there. This is Dark Devils by J.L. Quick. So I cannot wait to read this. It's very short. It's giving novella vibes, so I can't wait to read that as well. So those are my four books from J.L. Quick. Sorry guys. I like thought I only got two, but I actually got four. So very excited to read these. Okay, moving on to the Sapphic fantasy. I got two books from Cheyenne Browning. I'm so, so grateful she gave them to me. I got Alpha and then I got Demands. So I was very excited to read these two. There were so many books she had to choose from. It was great meeting her. But Alpha, I was excited for because I think this is a wolf sapphic romance. So that's very fun. So it says, my name is Nikini, and I am the Alpha's heir. I turn 30 in 2 days, and I must choose another Alpha as my partner. Once I do, I can take over my pack as their new Alpha. Fate has different plans for me. As I meet the clans and their members, my mate, or should I say my mates, are here. Ooh, okay, multiple. They are here, and I want to claim them, but one of my mates disappears and I must find her. I must find her before it's too late. I will destroy anyone who tries to stop me along the way. This is Alpha by Cheyenne Browning. I cannot wait to read this. And I'm so sorry if I said her name wrong, Cheyenne or Cheyenne, but she was super, super nice. So I'm excited to read this. And then the next book I got, even though I'm not supporting Disney at this time, I really, really enjoy retellings. And this is independent. So I'm excited to read this. This is Demands, a sapphic fairy tale retelling by Cheyenne Browning. So I believe this is a Beauty and the Beast romance, but this is between the Belle-like character and a female Gaston. So that's very interesting. Okay. And it says, I live with my father, the eccentric old man if you listen to the people in town. My father leaves town to sell some things, but he hasn't come back, and it's been a week. Concerned something has happened to him, I look for him, only to find a creature is holding him captive. Madison is my only hope of saving my father. If I ask her, though, she will demand something from me, something I don't think I can give her. She will demand me. Ooh, that it is Demands. I'm so, so excited to read this. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then the last book that I got is a book I actually have already read, but it's been a few years. And it was the first book that got me into taboo romance and age gaps. So I know that's not for everyone, but for me, this is the trope of like your dad will do. Like it's the trope of like the ex-boyfriend was horrible. So she ends up stumbling into a super hot older guy and it ends up being her ex-boyfriend's dad situation. This is a little bit more complicated, but this is the book that started it all. And this is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I got to meet Penelope Douglas at Saints and Sinners. I'm so grateful. I was literally shaking. This book is like the gateway. It got me into all the things. I cannot wait to reread this. I actually got it signed, and I'm just so, so happy. I am going to read the back of it. If you guys would like me to do a review of this, I will be more than happy to. I have reread this book 1,000 times, and now I finally own my own physical copy. I read it on my Kindle 1,000 times. And now I'm going to have the opportunity to talk about it with you. So let me read the back and just fangirl for a minute. Okay. True love comes from the most forbidden places in this TikTok smash hit from New York Times bestselling author Penelope Douglas, who was super nice. Jordan and her boyfriend have nowhere else to go. When her boyfriend's dad, Pike, offers to let them move in with him, working a dead end job with her relationship on the rocks, she reluctantly accepts, expecting to help out around the house in exchange. What she doesn't anticipate is her heart to race every single time Pike pulls up to the driveway, or for her cheeks to burn when their eyes meet over the kitchen table. He is kind. He listens to her and protects her in a way no man ever has before. Her sister once told her there are no good men, and if you find one, he's probably unavailable. Only Mike isn't the unavailable one. She is. Ooh, I remember this. As the days go by, Pike is finding it anything but simple to have his son's girlfriend living in his house. He can't stop thinking about her and holding his breath every single time they cross paths. It feels like she's becoming a part of him, except he knows they're not free to give into this. How could they when he's her brother's father? Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to reread this. I absolutely love this book and I cannot wait to talk to you guys about it. So that is my book haul. I got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. I got nine books. I am beyond happy. I am incredibly grateful. And honestly, like that tax return came in quick because this book haul, I never would have gotten these many books for myself. I was able to kind of splurge a little bit, and I'm so happy I was because these books are all gorgeous. Just to show you how big this book stack is, this is how large the book stack is. It's massive. For listeners out there, I'm like, my hands are shaking. That's how big it is to have to carry it. But thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed this quick little book haul. Let me know which books you'd like to have reviews of, which books you'd like to have non-spoiler reviews of, spoiler reviews of. Birthday Girl, I would happily do an entire book talk about it. And thank you to all the authors who let me just ask you all the questions about your books and really dive in. Thank you to my friend Calissa for running around with me at that event. And thank you for you listeners for listening and just enjoying this experience with me. I hope you have a great day. Please subscribe if you're listening to this on YouTube and Spotify. Like it on YouTube, leave a kind comment. And on Spotify, just share it with your friends and family. I hope you have a wonderful